Well, hey there. Hi there. Good morning. Good afternoon. My name is Anique. Welcome to my channel. I am so excited to share with you guys. I am all motherhood, marriage, mindset, meditation, moving your body, all the things. And I want to talk to you about morning routine, nighttime routine. Do you have a routine? This is so good for our mental health. This is good if you are moving towards growth in your life, in business, in whatever it is. Kids thrive off of routine. I can tell you that as a former educator. I can tell you that as a mom of five. Kids thrive off of routine. So do we. It's true. Think about that. We all look forward to the holidays and the vacations and all the things. And I think of Christmas, and I'm always excited for Christmas break. But let's be real, we're always ready to go back when school is going to be back in. Let's get back to it. And I need the routine, the kids need the routine, and it just kind of gets us going. It is Monday, and this is when I'm coming to you, is Mondays, because I don't know, there's something about the beginning of the week. It's a fresh start, and I want to hopefully bring you a little light and a little love. That is my goal. So morning routine. So first of all, you need to figure out that routine for you. But the biggest thing is, oh my gosh, if you can avoid grabbing that right away. Because it's usually right beside our bed, and that's kind of the first thing we do. Are you guilty of that? It's okay. Most people are. But the phone, I want you to make it a goal to leave it at least for 30 minutes. Not look at it for at least 30 minutes when you start your day. And it's funny because if you start to think, most of us have we are very habitual beings. And so generally, like, you have something that you do every morning when you get up, like whether it's like maybe you stretch really quick in your bed, maybe you say some positive affirmations to yourself, maybe you grab your phone and head to the bathroom. But I know I have, and this is where when we get into working through adding really good habits to we'll get to that in a later segment, adding great habits, we can piggyback on those habits that we already have, because we already have things we do every day. We do, without even thinking about it. They become unconscious. And so my morning routine, this is something I started, oh my goodness, when my youngest would have been like 3. So I had all little kids. My kids are born about 6-7 years apart, 5 kids. And I have grown my own business from home over these past 14 years as well. And so when I started doing my morning routine, it was because I am a recovering not morning person. I'm turning myself into one, but I'm definitely more of a night owl. I don't like to be woken up by other people, which is kind of difficult when you have 5 little kids in the house, 5 babies, right? Like, I'm like, let me wake myself up. And so I just know that I'm a better mom when I have woken up and had a chance to wake up and have a cup of coffee, or if it's tea, or if it's lemon water, whatever it is for you. I'm just a better mom to my kids and a better wife to my husband when I've woken up first. And so I started getting up early, and it started as the 5 a.m. club, which I really put a lot of pressure on myself to get up at 5. And here's the other thing, because I have so many kids, and now they're all teenagers almost. So now you're up later. If you have teens, it's the opposite of little kids. You're up later, they sleep all day, but you're up late. And so I was like finding that balance of I need for my health 7, 8. My body actually wants 9 hours of sleep. I try to give it between 7 and 8 weekdays. Weekends, I always give it 9. So if you were to just naturally, when is your body if you go to bed and wake up, you'll notice if you add the hours, if you let your body naturally do that, it'll tell you how much sleep you need. That is also very important. So with this morning routine, literally, I don't want to put pressure and be like, I can't do 5 a.m. club. That is too much. I agree. And that can also cause us then to fail and not even try to do it. So what if it was a half an hour? A half an hour earlier than you currently get up, than you need to get up, just to have some time for you, some quiet time for you, some peace time for you to think. So half an hour than you normally get up. So for me, I need my kids, I need to get them moving and out of bed about 7:30. I like to be, and when they were little, I liked to be ready before I kind of woke them up. I wanted to be ready for the day by 8. Otherwise, it was 1 and I was still in my pajamas with my hair a mess. I've worked from home for 14 years with little kids. So that was something I needed in my routine. So here's my morning routine. I get up between 5:30 and 6. Again, I really make sure that I'm getting adequate sleep. because that is actually the first thing. That is so huge for my health. If you are a woman, if you are a mom, if you are in your 30s or 40s, we need sleep just for our hormone health. There's so much research on this. So make sure you're getting enough sleep. So half an hour, think of that. What if I could get up a half an hour early? And we're gonna leave the phone that entire half hour, okay? If your phone is your alarm, shut it off, push stop or, and then leave it. Like I have it with me, it comes with me. I'm not looking at it though. I'm not turning on the Wi-Fi, I'm not turning on my data. It's on airplane mode until 7:30 for me. I get up about 5:30 or 6, and I do 3 very specific things every morning. You need to find out what works for you. If you're the person who needs to put your sneakers on right away and go work out, go do that first thing. Do that because that is huge. I like to wake up first. I am also a recovering 8 cups of coffee with sugar and creamer girl. Don't do that anymore, but I have 1 cup a day now, and I really, really enjoy it. I drink with a little stevia. It's a ritual for me. So I get up in the morning, I go to the washroom. That's how I start my day. I high-five myself in the mirror because if you guys know me, I'm a big, huge Mel Robbins fan. And then I come downstairs and I have my notebook. I have whatever personal growth book that I am currently reading. There is always 2, 3, 4 books that I have ready and on the go. So right now I'm reading The High Five Habit with Mel Robbins. So that's the first thing I do. I come downstairs, I turn up the heater because I'm the first one up. I go and I keep the lights low, and maybe we'll light a candle. I turn on my lamp. I sit over in my living room over here, and I make myself a cup of coffee with a little stevia. And then I sit down, if I need a blanket to cozy up with, and I read. And so if you were doing this for half an hour, you're going to divide it into like 10-minute chunks because I have 3 things that I do. And so I read. I usually split mine up. Now once you get going with it, you really enjoy it. So I read for about a half an hour, and then I write or meditate. It depends on the order. I always read first though. So I read, and sometimes from the reading, I want to journal. Journaling is something very new to me. That is not something that I did. I free journal. I used to have more of a specific, because I'm not fully type A, but I'm a little bit type A. And so I do like structure to things. And I used to write out like my 5 goals for the year and my 5 top values. And then I would just I would write out affirmations. What I've started doing now is more free writing. And sometimes the affirmations come into that, my goals come into that, but I just free write. I journal, and I've found it very, very healing and also very enlightening. I've learned a lot about myself. Then I meditate, and I use the app Insight Timer. There's tons of free apps out there that you can use. I love David G. He is like my favorite meditation guide. And sometimes it's a 10-minute meditation. Sometimes it is a 20-minute one. I've worked my way up, but if meditation is something you haven't started, that's huge. So if you were doing this for half an hour, you're getting up half an hour early, you could do 10 minutes of reading, 10 minutes of writing, 10 minutes of meditation. Then for me, my morning routine is I'm waking up the house, I'm getting the kids moving, we're doing breakfast, we're getting them off to school. Usually my husband takes them off to school, and that's when I have my sneakers on and I go straight downstairs and I do my workout. Because if I don't get that done in the morning, right away, my day is gone. I do have an evening routine, so you want to kind of bookend your day. And you guys, really, really successful people do this, right? And success is whatever you want to look at success, but even just as being a good mom, being a good parent, feeling good. I want to feel good. I want to feel good. And do we have not good feelings? Yes. And we talk about that. We want to flow through those feelings. That's part of life. However, I want to do everything I can. And we have a lot of power in what makes us, we have a lot of control. There's a lot of things in the world we don't have control over, as we've learned in these last few years. But some of the things we do have is like how we speak to ourselves, the habits we create, and the things that we do, and how we start our day and how we end our day. How you start your day really is you're gonna notice if you do this, if you start this half an hour early, I challenge you to do this, you're gonna see a difference in just how your days go. Your day just goes smoother. Things just flow easier. And so the end of the day, again, and I said this in my last week's call, I want to avoid the screen for like at least an hour. I am also a recovering TV junkie. I used to love TV, and then I started building a business when my kids were little, and I just completely stopped watching TV, and I dove into my business and learning, and then I've dove into personal development. Now I like a little bit of Netflix here and there, for sure. And then our phone, and we can get sucked into the reels. Like reels can suck you in, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, it's been a half an hour and I've just been sitting here like watching really cute puppies and stuff. And people decorating cakes. That's what I get sucked into. So my nighttime routine, I like to start that again around 9:30, and that's when I'm kind of, now I've got older kids, I'm shooing them up to bed and getting them into their routine. I get their phones handed in. All my kids hand in their phones, well, except for my oldest is out of school and he's 18, so I figure he's an adult now, he can handle it. But everyone else, including my almost 16-year-old, they hand in their phones to me every night, and they get charged away from them. You would not believe the amount of kids that are on their phones at 3 a.m. I kid you not. My kids have told me, and I see that the notifications come up on their phone. So mine and theirs gets put away, and then I have a notebook. I have just a coil ring notebook, and in it I write before I go to bed. Every night before I go to bed, I write out 5 things I'm grateful for that day. It's so important to go to bed and go to sleep with gratitude in your heart and in your head. That's such a great way to end the day. So I want you to focus on what you're grateful for. And then I write down, what are the big, like 5, 6 things, important things I need to get done the next day. So whether you run your own business, whether you are running a household, whether you have a job, a work, you have children, whatever it is, what are the 5 important things you need to get done tomorrow to make tomorrow a successful day? And so for me, the first thing on there, number 1 is read, write, and meditate. That's the first thing I write, and that's my morning routine. And then my second one is always 30 minutes on my Peloton, or 30 minutes walk, or 30 minute, whatever it is, it's 30 minutes of physical activity. And then I usually have 4, 5, 6 important tasks on there that I'm going to achieve that day as well. So that's how I kind of bookend my day. I have found it extremely valuable. And when I don't want to get up that extra half an hour in the morning, because I know how that can be, thing that helps me get out of bed is have a really good book to read. So if you need some book recommendations, let me know. I can give tons of book recommendations. Again, let me know what you want to hear about in the comments. But when I wake up and the alarm goes off and I'm like, oh, my bed is so warm, especially where I live, and it's middle of winter right now and it's super cold, and my bed is so cozy, I just tell myself, Anik, if you get up now, you get up early, you do your morning routine, you know your day is going to go so much better. Just think how good your day is going to go if you get up. And that gets me out of bed. And you're going to find yourself wanting to have that time longer and longer and longer, because it's pretty sacred. And then I get to wake up my kids just so happy, and I have so much good energy to give on them, to have them start their day. So I hope that was helpful. Have an amazing day. We will see you next week.